Hi friends, and in today's episode we are going to make spaghetti squash chicken noodle soup. Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brooke and this is Seeds to Sanctuary. And in today's episode we are going to feature spaghetti squash. We're going to make a traditional noodle soup untraditional by using spaghetti squash as the noodles. So without further ado, let's get going. This soup is super easy to make. Not only is it super easy to make, but you can make it with your leftovers. In my last video where I did a whole bunch of preserving, which was super fun, I will show you a little clip of everything that I got done right now. Wasn't that amazing? So I have leftover chicken, onions that we had diced up, celery. I also have a whole bag of zucchini that I shredded over the summer when I was saving produce from my garden. We have carrots that we've already blanched, and our spaghetti squash that we roasted at 425 for 45 minutes to an hour. We want it al dente, meaning not all the way done, but still cooked enough that you can scrape the sides off and get those stringy spaghetti, like the spaghetti squash strings. So, and we also made chicken broth that we're going to be using for this recipe. So let's get started. I'm going to start off by pouring my canned homemade beautiful broth into this pot. We're going to shred up some more of the spaghetti squash that we have left. You don't have to over season spaghetti squash. It has a wonderful taste to it. It's like really buttery tasting to me. So all I did was sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper on these and some olive oil, and that is it. I didn't add any more calories to it, nothing necessary. They're super delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scrape up. And if you go in from the sides, you get the longer strands. So I'm going to scrape up about a cup of spaghetti squash. And I'm going to go ahead and enter that in. That is our noodle. If you want extra, go ahead and add extra in there, depending on what your taste is. Oh, and you can do this with, stuff that hasn't been preserved already or canned up already or anything like that. You would just dice up a half of an onion, and you would take two celery sticks and chop that up, 2 carrots and chop that up. If you don't have zucchini, you don't have to add that in there. If you'd like to go buy a zucchini at the store and shred it up, go do that too. Any other flavors into the soup just adds to the aroma, adds to just all the wonderful goodness. So I'm only going to add about a half a cup of my shredded zucchini because I really want the spaghetti squash to be the staple. I'm then going to add what would be a quarter or a half of a small onion. I'm going to add my carrot. 1 cup usually is about 1 celery stick or 2, depending on if you had really big produce or you had really big produce from the store. I'm going to add a cup of celery. And last but not least, we're going to add some of our chicken. The chicken, the way I prepared it, I will also add a clip. So all I did was put my 2 frozen breasts into a roaster, and I put them breast down so the breasts soak up a lot of the juices and they don't get dried out. And then I just added all of my flavorings in there, my seasonings right on top. I added water to make the broth to go along with the juice. And I added onions, celery, and carrots because I was trying to beef up the broth. You don't have to necessarily do that if you're just cooking it down just for the chicken purpose. So as you can see, this is still frozen. I'm going to go ahead and just break this up. Or you know what? Actually, I'm just going to set it in there because it will break apart as it cooks. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on the stove top for about 15-20 minutes, and it'll be ready to serve. Super quick, easy meals. It's a soup. We all love the warm filling of soup in the fall and in the winter, and what a perfect time, right? So I just wanted to show you because I'm super proud again, but these are all our dehydrated items that we did in the last video. All of our carrots, look how beautiful dehydrated carrots look like. And I've already got into them and I added them into a recipe that we cooked over the weekend. These are our jalapenos. I haven't ground them up yet to make the salt. All my red onions, I actually have 2 jars of these. And my yellow onion and dehydrated celery. Shelf stable for over a year, and you ever need a recipe or need onions for a recipe and you don't want to go to the store and you're out of your fresh onions, it's later in the season, and you can just go ahead and grab some of these and add them into your meal. It's super special. This weekend was so much fun. We went to November Rain and we saw free fireworks and they were gorgeous. I worked on the garden and got everything prepared for next year. I started laying down cardboard because I'm going to fix up the pathway through my tiny garden. And yeah, it was just so much fun. Okay, friends, this soup smells so delicious and it looks so delicious. I'm so proud of my little pantry. I'm going to set a little, I'm going to put a photo in here, a little video of all my cans that I've got accomplished so far this year, this season. I'm so happy about this, and I hope you guys enjoy this simple recipe. Look how wonderful those spaghetti noodles look. Oh my. I can't wait to try this with you. I got a little bit of salt and pepper out just in case I might need it. But I flavored up that chicken broth very, very well. So we may not need it. Oh, there's no need. There is no need at all. It's really, really hot. Trying to get a piece with the chicken and the noodles. If you want a gluten-free option that tastes just as good, and trust me, I am really, really, really picky about gluten-free items because I have celiac and I need to lean towards gluten-free. I should be doing it 100%, but not every gluten-free meal tastes like the un-gluten-free meal that it's supposed to be copying. This, my friends, tastes just the same. You would have no idea, and I love my carbs, so trust me. Well, thank you so much for joining, friends. I love you, and if no one has told you today, you are valued and you are loved. See you on my next upload. Bye for now.